Hey, what's up, audiophiles? It's AJ again from 1212 Records with another unboxing video for you. And in today's video, we're going to be unboxing Granblue Fantasy Relink Deluxe Edition for the PlayStation 5. Alrighty, so looking at the front, you've got the title, Granblue Fantasy Relink. The cover features a pretty rad looking image of a dragon above the clouds, and it appears to be in the midst of casting a spell because there's some sort of an emblem behind it and its talons appear to be shining with some sort of power, and you got some smoke on top. That looks pretty awesome. Up at the top you do of course have the PlayStation 5 logo, and then down here at the bottom towards the right you have the developer logo for Cygames, and then right alongside that is the publisher logo for Exceed Games. And then down here in the bottom left, you've got the ESRB rating, which in this case was T for teen. And then I'll flip it over to the spine, and you've got the PS5, along with the developer and publisher logos again, as well as the title on a white background. And then I'll flip to the top, and the other side, which is the same as the spine. And then the bottom, so you can see how this was sealed. And then looking at the back, it says, "Step forth beyond the blue. Welcome to the forgotten sky, Zega Grand Skydom. Here, whispers of the secretive church of Avia begin to spread, and behind those whispers, a web of intrigue starts to unfurl. Brave skyfarers, you must fight for the fate of the sky realm itself." It looks like you've got some nice looking screenshots from the game. And then it says, "Journey alongside a varied cast of Granblue Fantasy characters. Experience thrilling action RPG combat with a party of 4 characters. Take down mighty foes in up to 4-player online co-op play." And then at the top, looks like you have the contents listed out. It says Granblue Fantasy Relink. Deluxe Edition includes the Granblue Fantasy Relink PS5 game, a slipcase featuring exclusive artwork, special art book of 116 pages, a special soundtrack CD with 12 music tracks, a postcard pack of 5 cards, each 4.4 by 6.5 inches, a Granblue special item set, Relink pack voucher code, a Day 1 DLC voucher code, and an in-game item set voucher code. And then you can see what those contents all look like. And then moving on down to the game specifications, you can see that this game is for 1 player, that it does offer network features and online play for 1 to 4 network players, for which PlayStation Plus subscriptions are required. And then it also requires 60 gigabytes minimum of storage space. And finally, it indicates that vibration function and trigger effects are supported. And then moving on down to the bottom left, you can see that this game was rated teen for violence, mild suggestive themes, and language. Okay, let's go ahead and unbox this. And here is the decorative box that was inside of the outer cardboard sleeve, and the cover image looks to be the same. And then you have the title along with the developer and publisher logos on a silver spine. And then here is the standard game case that is sealed with the game inside. And basically you have all the same information that was on the front cover, except this time you have a pretty rad looking illustration of, I believe that's the protagonist, Gran, there, apparently about to clash swords with, I'm assuming that's an enemy character. And then you've definitely got a very sinister looking being in the background there, or that might be a dragon, I'm not sure, observing the action. That looks pretty awesome. And then you've got a sticker there on the front at the bottom that says 2 limited first run bonuses included, Granblue Special Item Set Relink Pack Voucher Code, and Day 1 DLC Voucher Code. That was already actually listed on the back of the sleeve. On the spine, you've got the same information on a white background. And then I'll flip to the top, and the side, and then the bottom, so you can see how this was sealed. And then looking at the back of this, you can see that you basically have all the same information that was on the back of the cardboard sleeve as well. So let's go ahead and unbox this. And the game disc did pop loose. And there it is. Got a very nice looking illustration of Gran and some of the other characters in the game, all in various poses. That looks pretty awesome. And then here is a Day 1 DLC insert. Looks like it comes with Attack Power 3 sigil, Regen 3 sigil, Critical Hit Rate 3 sigil, Fast Learner 3 sigil, Fortitude Shard times 10, 30 MSP, and Glitterstone S times 5. And there's a code on the back of that. And then next up, you've got an insert for the Granblue Special Item Set Relink Pack Voucher Code. And it says that includes the Class Outfit Rebelware and your choice of the Eternals Transcendence Set or the Evoker's Domain Set. And there's a code on the back of that one as well. And then the inside cover appears to be reversible, and that you've got all the same cover information with a different illustration that actually appears to be the same one that's on the disc. And then you've got the spine information as well, but then the back, you've just got the typical limited warranty and health and safety warning information that you would find on the inside cover. So it seems like it's both reversible and not reversible. That's kind of a bummer. And an odd choice, but not sure what they were thinking with that. And then next up, looks like we've got the postcards. Got Gran and his crew. That's a very nice looking illustration. There's the back. And you got them again with the dragon in the background. And that might be the antagonist there. Not sure, but that definitely looks dark and awesome at the same time. Then you got the same dragon from the cover of the cardboard sleeve. That same image. And then you just have an apparent aerial view of the skydom, I think, or the countryside, whatever you want to call it. And you've got an aerial craft of some sort up there in the top left. Looks awesome. And then we are back at the first one again. Oop. And I see I forgot to cover this code, so I guess I'll just have to go ahead and redeem that before I air this. Whoops. But you've got another insert, I guess, for the Deluxe Edition, and this one is for the in-game item set voucher code, which includes the Weapon False Sword of the Apocalypse and the starter item pack. Glitter Crystals times 30, 500 MSP, Fortitude Crystal S times 50, and then color packs 1 through 3. And there is the redemption code. And then, so I believe this is the, yeah, it says special soundtrack there. And the cover image appears to be just some offset piano keys in silver and black. That looks pretty cool. And then on the spine, it says Granblue Fantasy Relink special soundtrack in silver on a black background. And then I'll flip to the top, side, and bottom so you can see how this was sealed. And then the back appears to just be black with the developer and publisher logo at the bottom right. And it does say compact disc. So let's go ahead and unbox this one. Nice. The disc itself looks a bit simplistic, but pretty nice nonetheless. Got the title, and it says special soundtrack on that same kind of offset piano key image in silver and light gray, it looks like. And then on the left, on the inside cover, you've got the track listing, and that is as follows: Granblue Fantasy Relink main theme, Now Departing, Moment of Truth, Lyria's Rescue, Sun-Dappled Grove, Folka, the Frontier Town, Einstedo Archipelago Battle Theme, Mines of Tempial, Failure is Not an Option, Fury Cane, Vitality Primal Part 1, Fury Cane, Vitality Primal Part 2, and Roland's Theme. And it appears that those tracks were all composed by Tsutomu Narita and or Nobuo Uematsu. And nothing on the right-hand side. Inside cover. That's pretty awesome. And then last but not least, we have the special art book. And on the cover, you've got a pretty cool illustration of the female member of Gran's party, I believe, with her extremely long hair apparently blowing in the wind. That looks pretty awesome. And then on the spine, it says Granblue Fantasy Relink Special Art Book again in a bluish print. And then there's the back. It says artwork. And you've got a little foreword there by the General Director, Tetsuya Fukuhara. I'm not going to show every page, but kind of skim through it. Got some very nice looking illustrations there. Concept art. Some weapons there. Staff illustrations. and some publisher information. So all in all, not a very bad collection at all. If you're a fan of the series or the game itself, if you've already played the digital or the regular version, then this version is probably well worth checking out. There we go. And that'll do it. Hey, so I'd just like to thank you for checking out this unboxing of Granblue Fantasy Relink Deluxe Edition for the PlayStation 5. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, comment, and/or subscribe. Till the next time.